Hi, okay, so this is the third part to the bobble art baby blanket. I've made a grey panel just to make it look more like a baby blanket instead of the cream, just two panels. Okay, so third part is the border. Like I said, the first two rows will be the most hardest because that's all the counting of the stitches when we need to get them correct to be able to add the border on. The border is very easy, it's a block stitch and it's a 2-row repeat. You will find that you might lose the odd stitch here and there. I always do on every baby blanket, but you can fix it. You just don't want to be adding stitches. So we start off with, we make a row of double crochet all the way around. So I've gone in here, you can go in anywhere around it. I've done a chain 3, and then we go in every space along. Okay, so we go in the hole, this little hole just here. You'll know whether you've missed a stitch because you'll see a gap. For instance, if I missed this little hole just here and went just there, you'll see a space like that, so you'll know that you've missed a stitch. But I always end up missing stitches. I don't know why I'd never end up with the same on either side, but we have to make sure that we've got the correct amount of stitches on the top and the bottom, and then on the left and the right. So continue this down all the way to the bottom. The border which is going on this blanket is also going to be going on the heart and bow blanket, which I put up on social media earlier on. The border will be the same. I'll be uploading that tomorrow sometime, but I know a lot of people have been waiting for the third part of this tutorial because a lot of you have been making the blanket, so thank you for that. Send photos, let me know how you got on, if it was easy to follow. Okay, so we are nearly at the corner. Okay, so corner stitch, we do 3 double crochet in that very corner stitch, chain 1, go back in, and we do 3 more. Okay, now we're at the top. All these ends we just sew in afterwards, so don't worry about them. Okay, so our very next stitch is just here. I don't know if you could pick that up. Then we start double crocheting again. These are really easy to pick up. You can see them all straight away where to put your hook. So just carry on all the way along. Like I said, I'm going to try and make it as easy as possible. It's when we lose some stitches that we might have to pull some of the work back. But I will show you how to do that. I'll show you what to do in a second once we get to the seam. When we're doing the block stitch border and going all around, it literally works up in no time, the border does. It's a very quick border. It's clusters of 3 double crochet, and then the next row is a single crochet, chain 2, single crochet. So we're nearly at that seam. So at the seam, so we go into this stitch just here. Now what I like to do here is, now it's entirely up to you, you can just do a double crochet this side and one on the other side. So one on that side as well, or you can do 2 together, which is what I do, because it brings the work in nice and neat. So we just pull 2 off, go into the next stitch, then just here, pull 2 off, pull 3 off. Then double crochet again all along. Just carry this on all the way along the top. Sorry, I've got my yarn turning into a knot. This takes the longest. It seems to go on for forever. If I sound out of breath, I'm sorry. Like I said, it's not because I'm bored of making this, it's because I've got a chest infection. So we are nearly up to the seam again. I'm not sure how long this border is going to take to show you actually. The border alone would have been quick to show you, but it's adding these 2 rows. So on this seam again, missed a stitch there. So we take 2 off, go into that stitch right just there, take 2 off, take 3 off, then we start again. I have had a few people actually saying that the video, when they're watching it, is just coming up in the middle of the screen. Not sure why that is. I mean, it does come up on my phone like that sometimes, but then I've got a rotate button, what you can just press and it fills the screen with it. I did try watching it on my telly and it did do the same on my telly. It just filled the centre of the screen. Now, I know there is a way that you can adjust that on your telly, but at the minute, for me to do that, it looks a bit complicated, so probably need a weekend to sort that out so I could show you how to do it. But if you're watching it on your phone, you should have a rotate button, so when you turn it landscape, it should fill your screen. So we're coming up to the corner again in a second. So here we go, this corner one, very last stitch. Let's go right into it and do 3 double crochet, just pull some yarn, chain 1, three more double crochets. Some people do chain 2 in the corners. I've always chained 1. Okay, so that's that corner. Now we're on the side again. So we go into our very next stitch, which is just here. Double crochet. And our next one is this hole right just there. And we just continue this all the way down the side of the blanket, same as the other side. You can stop and pause and just catch up or watch it that way, which is what I do. I put this up because, like I said, I know a few people have been waiting for it because to finish the bobble blanket itself, they've joined them together and they've been waiting to put the border on. just continue all the way down the side. We'll count the stitches afterwards. After this row, when we've got the correct amount of stitches, we then have to turn them into clusters of 3. We then build our border on top of them clusters of 3. You can do your border as big as you want. I normally do, I think it's 4 rows of the clusters, but it adds a good few inches onto the baby blanket as well. Like I said, I don't know how long this border is going to take for me to show you, because it just took quite a while to get these stitches correct and to go all the way around with the double crochet, obviously. Normally I stop and pause myself, but I keep doing that. I've done it about 3-4 times tonight, and I keep losing the video. This is like the 4th time that I've started it, so I really don't want to stop and pause again. See, there's a gap there, so that means that I've missed a stitch. So quiet here tonight. The lad's asleep. Bobby's asleep. So how many minutes we're on? So yeah, thank you for the lovely comments. If you've got any comments on this border, on the 3rd part, just drop in the comment box below. As you know, I do get back to you all. You can all see that I've answered you all back. I do get notifications, and I do try to answer back as quick as possible, because I've left comments before when I've been watching baby blanket videos, and nobody gets back to you, and you're halfway through the baby blanket and you don't know the stitch. So if you don't know what to do next, you can't carry on the baby blanket. So I just, well, to be honest, I never go back there, because I think if you're not going to answer back, there's no point trying to make your baby blanket, as long as, you know, if you know you're going to get stuck on it. Or you do get a comment and it comes back like 3-4 months later. I know people are busy and at work, so you know it can take a couple of days. But when someone messages back 3 months later, so keep going all the way down. I've missed one there. I've seen a gap. So when we get to the end, we do the same again. Come to the very corner stitch, 3 single crochet, chain 1, not single crochet, sorry, 3 double crochet, chain 1, 3 double crochet. Some stitches are quite hard to get into, like that one just was. So we're nearly at the end. Couple more minutes. Like I said, I don't want to keep stopping and pausing because I'm not sure what's happening to my phone. I've just had to delete loads of storage because I did the first video 20 minutes and it said not enough storage. So I've had to delete loads of videos and pictures. So I'm thinking if this does go off, I might just upload it to where I've got and then put another one up following on from that, I'm afraid, till I can get my phone sorted. So like I say, this row's really easy to do. It's just all double crochets. It's just afterwards we have to count all the stitches, make sure we've got the correct on the left side, the right side, and at the top and at the bottom. the bobble art and bow blanket. That is a little bit more complicated than this one. Like I said, we have to do colour changes. I didn't want to make it all in squares, it takes forever to sew together, so I'll show you how to do the colour change so that you can't see where you've done the colour change. So it's still done in panels, we just colour change after each square. Nearly at the end. So last stitch. Three single crochet, chain one, three single crochet, then we go all the way along the bottom again, very next stitch, these are obviously easy to find, these stitches. I really should have stopped and paused, but like I said, I really don't want to do it because I've just got a feeling that I'm not going to be able to get back onto the video again. So let's see how far we can get. Coming up to this seam again. Probably didn't show you properly on the first lot of seams, so let's do it on this one. It's two double crochet together, So we've done that stitch. So we're going that stitch. So it's this stitch right here. I don't know if you can see that. So we go in that stitch. Sorry, I didn't go in it. Take 2 off. And go to the next stitch this side. Take 2 off and take 3 off. Just pull them ends through and double crochet again. Skip this part. I mean, I know it's boring just watching me do double crochets. Just pause, just fast forward, or however it is you do it. Wait to see me get to the end. If it does go up in 2 parts, I'm sorry about that. But like I said, I've been having to delete everything off my phone for storage. And when I pause and press on pause, it's just finishing the video. So I really don't want to touch anything on it at the minute. Try to do this as fast as I can. I know I've watched videos and you're watching and you're thinking, oh, just hurry up. Yep, I know your stitch now. Hurry up, get to the end. So we are here at the seam again. Into that lace stitch there. Take 2 off. Go into the one on this side. Two off, 3 off. Double crochet again. We're going to have to start, once we've got to the end of this, counting our stitches. So get to the corner again. A few seconds. I didn't go in that station, did I? When we get to the corner again, 3 double crochet, chain 1, 3 double crochet, miss a stitch, I really want to try and make this as easy as possible for yourselves. I mean, I know how to, it's easy for me because I've done God knows how many of them, so I know how to alter the stitches and etc. But I know it's like when you really want to learn a baby blanket and you're not sure when you've got stitches left and the other person hasn't. You think, well, how come I've got stitches left and they haven't? So I need to show you what happens when that does happen, and it will happen with me, it always does. Okay, last stitch. Oh, I've gone out of focus, sorry. So 3 double crochet, chain 1, three double crochet again. Let's pull that stitch. Right, so on the row which we started off with, now what we can do at the minute, we can count how many stitches we've got going along the top. Don't count your corner stitches. So there's 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3. So we don't count. Oh, sorry, I went in focus. We don't count corners. So we start from the top. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 25, 26, 27. This is 1, remember, count as 1, 27, 28, 29, 30, 33, 36. I've lost count again. Sorry. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 28, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 37, 43, 46, 49, 52, 53, 54, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 59, 62, 65, 68, 71, 74, 77, 80. So we have 83 on the top. Don't count your corner stitches. So now we've got to make sure that we've got 83 at the bottom. Just don't count the corner. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 7, 28, 29, 30. 31, 32, 33, 34, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 78, 82, 83. See, I've ended up with one more. I've got 84 on the bottom. That's okay. Because I can just undo that corner stitch, that last one. And just do 2 double crochet together. You won't tell once the next row's on. I've done this loads of times. Chain 1, 3 double crochet, right, now we need to make sure we've got the correct amount of stitches going up this side. It's the same as the other side. Actually, let's count this side. So don't count your corners. So 3, 6, 57, 60, 63, 66, 69, 72, 75, 78, 81, 84, 87, 90, 93, 96, 99, 102, 105, 108, 11, 17, 20, 23, 24, 25, 26. So 126 stitches going down the side. So we need 126 going down this side. So it doesn't matter how many you've got. You might have done a 4-panel blanket or 5-panel blanket. Obviously, it's not going to turn out with the right amount of stitches as mine. But like I said, so long as you've got the same amount of stitches on the top as what you have the bottom, and then the left side and the right side. Now I've just forgot how many stitches I said. So I'm sorry, I've got to recount again. 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 36, 48, 51, 57, 63, 69, 72, 75, 78, 81, 84, 87, 90, 93, 96, 99, 102, 105, 108, 11, 17, 20, 23. Now I've got 123, 126. Right. Sorry about that. It's why I say the first row of this is the hardest. So I've got to remember 126. 126. I should get a pen rig, yeah. I'll write it down. It's what I say, the last part, this border, adding these stitches, we're getting them to add up correctly, is the what takes the longest. So we're going to start counting. So we need 126. So I'm going to do a few more of these. And we need 126. Let's have a look count, see how many we've got. So don't count the corner stitches, the clusters of 3 there. So 3, 6, 12, 15, 16, 18, 27, 30, 33, 36, 39, 42, 45, 48, 51, 54, 57, 60, 63, 66, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74 up to there. So 74, and we have, there's our cluster of 3, so 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 82. '83, '84, '85, '86, '87, '88, '89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, is that joined onto that? Yes, it is. See, now I've got one space left to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to join 2 together. And then add 1 more. So that's now made that 1. Okay, so that's doing 26. Join it to the top of that 3. Right, my phone's about to go dead as well. I need to go and get my charger. Sorry about this, ladies. Okay, 1 second. So let's get back to this. So we've done the first round, which took forever, 57 minutes. So it should look something like that. Don't worry about these bits just here. Just pull them ends in and we sew them in afterwards. Now we have to turn this row into clusters of 3. So we chain 3 single crochet, we go back down into that space, another double crochet and another double crochet. Then we do skip 3 in our third one just here. So 1, 2, 3, we go back down, we do 3 more double crochet, sorry, miss 3, sorry, I'm trying to rush now, so I'm dropping stitches. And then we have to count these clusters again, all the way around again when we've done this row, to make sure we've got the correct amount of clusters at the top, the bottom, left and right side. Once we've got that, then it's easy, our pattern's there, it's ready to build up the border. This is actually the first round of the border, but we have to make sure that we get the clusters correct, the right amount going all the way round. It does work up quite fast because obviously we're missing 3 stitches at a time. So carry on doing this. I really want to press pause on my phone, but like I say, I'm scared that it's just going to go off again. I did it on my first tutorial, the first one I ever made, and it worked out fantastic. nip that downstairs, make a cup of coffee, come back up, press and pause. You wouldn't even know that I'd done it. The video just continued. But for some reason today, it's just not doing it. So I hope that you've understood what I've said so far. It's not turned out complicated. I'll re-watch it back. If I think it's okay to post, obviously I'll upload it. Any questions at all? Because I think this is going to sound a bit complicated, this tutorial for the border. Just comment below or message me on Facebook on the site that you subscribe to, you added me to on the crocheting page. But I did promise that I would upload this tonight. I think that's why I'm rushing a bit as well, because I know people are waiting for it. This will probably take a good few hours to upload. The joining together took a couple of hours to upload. When I made the first art of the blanket, which you continued, I think it was about an hour, 45 minutes, 50 minutes long. That took 5-6 hours to upload, so this one's going to be a longer video. Yeah, we're over an hour already, so it's going to be a lot longer than 5 hours to upload. So in UK terms, United Kingdom, so UK time, I think it's about 12 o'clock, I'm not sure. So by morning it'll be uploaded. I'll pop a link in the group to let you know when it's uploaded. I don't know if you get notifications at your end, if you're on the app, to say whether a new video's been uploaded. So it'll come up as part 3, the bobble art blanket. So like I say, yeah, that first round is the hardest and the longest to do, because you have to go in every single stitch all the way around, but the border is worth it at the end. So I'll come into the corner. See, I'm rushing, so I'm dropping stitches. So that's our corner, that's our middle, that's the gap. Now I've got 2 stitches left here, we need 3. But it's okay, you can do it with the 2, just don't add a stitch. You won't tell. I do this all the time, it always ends up like this on my patterns on the blankets when I do it. So now we go into this space. Also, if you have 4 left on the corner, we had 2 left here, you can use the 4 stitches as well. You won't tell at all. chain 1, three more single crochet, and then we go all the way along the top again. So this is your corner, so we miss them 3, do another cluster of 3, another cluster of 3, show you what to do once we get to the seam. 2, 3. Yep, so sorry about the phone dying and me having to run off and get the charger. Dropping stitches, rushing, along with it taking so long. Like I said, this is the longest part to it. But I hope I've tried to explain it as good as I can and you managed to do it. Once you've done it a few times, you won't need to watch the tutorial again for the border. You'll be able to add it onto any blanket. Just have to make sure you get that first round correct in the stitches. So 1, 2, 3. That counts as 1 stitch, remember, so 1, 2, 3. So yeah, before I can post this tonight, ladies, I'm afraid I've got to sit here for over an hour, watch the video back, and make sure that it's okay to upload. Hopefully it is. I just wish that there was a quicker and easier way that I could have explained all the stitches to you on the first round, but I just felt like I needed to go through that round with you, because if you don't get the stitches correct, then the border doesn't go on correct. So 1, 2, 3. So yes, once we've been all the way around with the clusters, we'll make sure that we've got the correct amount of clusters at the top, bottom, left and right side. Once we have, that's the first row of the border done, and then it's just easy from there on. There's no more counting stitches. You can't go wrong afterwards. This is why I have no pattern. People ask if I've got the pattern. I have to say no, because if you drop a stitch, it's a bit hard to explain in a pattern what to really do. I'd rather just show somebody than try and explain it, you know, in a pattern. So we're nearly at the corner again. Let's see how many stitches we've got left. So there's the corner. 1, 2, 3. We've got, how many is that? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Is that part of that one? 3. So we've got 2 stitches left. So that's okay. We can go in there. One, 2, 3. Yeah. So 3 double crochet, chain 1, three double crochet. Then we go back down onto the corner of this corner, and do 3 more double crochet. So it should look something like this at the minute. I am actually going to try and speed this up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and pause it on the hope that when I get to the bottom, it will let me unpause it and press play again. Okay, so hopefully it does that. I'll see you in a minute, ladies. Okay, so that worked. Okay, so we are nearly at the end. A few more clusters to do. I didn't dare risk it and leave it to be on pause any longer. I was scared that it was going to come off pause and I'd have to restart the video all again. I feel like I've been sitting here for ages. I have actually. I've been sitting here for over an hour already. Yeah, so nearly at this corner again. there's the corner. Three. Looks like we're going to have 2 stitches left again at the end instead of 3, but that's okay. Like I said, I've done it loads of times and it really don't affect the pattern at all. So I've done 2 stitches there instead. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you can't tell once the border's all on, you really can't tell that there's a stitch missing in the cluster. So 1, 2. Into that corner, 3 double crochet, chain 1, 3 double crochet. So your side should be looking something like this. So it looks a bit wobbly at the minute, but this is why I like doing this border, because when we put the next row on, it brings it all in nice and straight. So there's the corner, the cluster. We go down into there, do another cluster of 3. And then we carry on again. All the way along the bottom. Then after we've gone all the way around, we have to, like I said, count the clusters. And that's all the hard work done. If we end up with more, we have to pull some stitches back, reduce some stitches, so that we've got the correct amount. Or if we've got more, the less we add or take away. So I'm going to pause and I'll meet you back at the end of the bottom of this row. Okay, so we're nearly at the end of this row, and we have got 1, 2, 3, 4 left, so we can just use them 4 stitches instead of 3. You won't tell. Back into the corner, 3 double crochet, chain 1, 3 double crochet. So we're nearly back to the end of this round of clusters. So I'm just going to check in a minute how many clusters we've got on the top row and how many we've got on the bottom row actually. just going to count these clusters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29 at the bottom. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. So that's great. That's them 2 rows, top and bottom, worked out. So let's count the left side of the blanket whilst we're here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 35, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43 down the side. Just write that down so I don't forget. So we need 43 down this side. How many have we got so far? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, and we need 43. So I'm going to do a few more rows, clusters should I say, and then I'll meet you back when we're nearly ready to join, see whether I've got 43 clusters or not. If I have, that's good. If not, I'll show you what to do next, ladies. Great, so we're back to the beginning. I've got my 43 clusters. I have got 4 stitches left. That doesn't matter. I'm going to the top of this chain 3. Slip stitch. Slip that off. I like to put a little knot in it, and then I tie all them ends in afterwards. Okay, so there's them first 2 complicated rounds of the border to do. The rest now is easy. So now we're going to do, so that's the first row of the actual border. Like I said, it's a 2-row repeat now. There, single crochets. I've now turned the second row into clusters. The second row, once you've done a few rounds, it brings it all in really nice and straight. So you join anywhere. I just tie mine on. We then do chain 1 and a single crochet. We then do a chain 3, bring it over, down into the next hole where the clusters are. We go down, we do a single crochet, chain 3, down into the next hole where the clusters of 3 are. We do a single crochet, chain 3. Chain 3, single crochet, chain 3, single crochet, chain 3, single crochet, chain 3, single crochet, chain 3, back down, single crochet, chain 3, when we put the next row of clusters on, you see little pops of the grey just popping through between the clusters, which gives it a really lovely effect. So we keep doing this all the way around. So down into this hole, single crochet, 2, 3, single crochet, 2, 3, single crochet, 1, 2, 3, I carry on down to the end, to the corner, and show you what to do there. Single crochet, 1, 2, 3, single crochet, 1, 2, 3, single crochet, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So there's chain 3. We're at the end. This is the hole of the corner where the 6 double crochet went in. So we go in, we do a single crochet. I do 2 chains in the corner. We go back in, we do another single crochet and we chain 3 again, and we go back down, single crochet and chain 3 again, back into that hole, single crochet, chain 3 again, single crochet, chain 3, single crochet, chain 3. This does work out quite fast, this second row. Just show you what to do when we get near the panel. 1, 2, 3. So sorry the third part to this took so long. I just felt like I needed to explain a lot more things to you regarding, because this border wasn't made for this pattern, this baby blanket, obviously, so we have to adjust it to fit it. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. There we go. That's all we do all the way around. So remember, when we get to the corners, we go into the corner, we do a single crochet, chain 2, single crochet, and then we do chain 3 and put it down into the next hole again. So in every corner, single crochet, chain 2, single crochet. Okay, so I will meet you at the end of this row to show you what we're doing again. So back at the corner again, gone into his last hole here before the corner, single crochet, chain 3, back into the corner, single crochet, chain 2, single crochet, and we chain 3, then we start again, single crochet, 2, 3, single crochet, 1, 2, 3, single crochet, 1, 2, 3. You can see the effect now of the border coming on, so I suppose it was worth the wait and me rambling on. Don't know if you can catch that, but you'll see even more better when the next row of clusters is on. So I'm going to go down the other side of the baby blanket. So into each hole of the clusters, 1 single crochet, chain 3. Next hole, 1 single crochet, chain 3. Okay, so I will meet you at the end of this row. So at the end of this row again, we chain 3, we go into the corner stitch, single crochet, chain 3, chain 2, that's because I've just been doing a row of chain 3. Single crochet, chain 3, single crochet, chain 3, single crochet, chain 3, single crochet, chain 3. Do this all along the blanket again. So yeah, I'm sorry that this part 3 has took a long time. I think I waffled on a bit too much on the first row. I just wanted to make sure that you understood what I meant in case you had more stitches or less stitches, because this border, like I said, it isn't made for this blanket. We have to adapt it to it. So that's why the first row seems to take forever. Or it did for me as well, because I kept having to stop and start the video, delete apps and videos off my phone because there wasn't enough storage in it, and then it wouldn't, after I'd played it, recorded it, put it on pause, it weren't working, so I'd have to redo the video again. So I just feel like I've sat here all night, and before I can upload it, I've got to watch it myself first. So I'm hoping that it looks okay to upload, because if not, I will have to do it again, I'm afraid. But like I say, if any of you are not sure on anything, just comment and I will message back. But this is the border also, what's going to go on to the art and bow blanket. But I will hopefully be able to describe it a lot quicker the next time around. So we're nearly at the end of this row actually already. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. This is what I mean. Once you've done the first row and you've got the correct stitches, and then we've got as clusters of 3, you can't go wrong. The pattern is just there. It's just a 2-row repeat. You don't have to worry about adding stitches, taking stitches away. It's just really easy then. You don't have to do no counting or anything like that, worrying about the pattern messing up. But yeah, you can see how nice it looks. So actually we're nearly at the end, because this is where we started. So I'll carry this along with you. One, 2, 3, single crochet, 1, 2, 3, single crochet, 1, 2, 3. What I should do is I shall start the next row with yourself, clusters of 3. Like I said, it's just a 2-row repeat now, so it's really easy to do. It's up to you how many rows of the border you want to do. I do 4, but that's just me. It adds a nice effect. You can do 3, you can do 2, you could just leave it like this if you wanted to. But I shall do another line of these clusters with you on the next row to show you what the effect looks like. And I always finish the border with this row, single crochet, chain 3. It just finishes off. I find out if you finish it with the cluster of 3, you're not getting straight edges. It's still going to be like kind of wavy. Where when you put this border on, this second row repeat, it brings it in all nice and straight. And it just gives that finishing touch to it. Because when you leave it like this, I just don't think it looks finished to me. So we're nearly there. So now we go, we've done our chain 3, we do a slip stitch in to this single crochet. Just pull that off. Pull that through. And that is what it looks like so far. Straighten it out. So you can see how lovely that second row repeat looks. I mean, on the corner it looks lovely. So you can start anywhere again. Bring your next colour back in. Actually, I start at the bottom, I think. So you tie it, loop it through the chain 3. We then start our clusters of 3 again. So 1, 2, 3. We put them on the chain 3s. As you can see, that's where we put them on the chain 3. Back into the next chain 3. You do your clusters. Chain 3. And your clusters. It's very easy, look. You just do this all the way around. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go all the way around one more time with the clusters of 3, and I'll finish it off. Normally I do 4 rows, but I'm going to do, so we've done 1, 2. I'll do the 2 rows and then I will finish it off with the single crochet and a chain 3. Just show you how I finish it off. Because if I do any more rows, this video is going to be really long. But like I said, it's a 2 row repeat, so it's really easy. You just cluster of 3, second row is single crochet, chain 3, single crochet, chain 3. In the corners we do a single crochet, chain 2, single crochet. So I will go all the way around one more time. With the clusters. So put the stitch up from behind. I'll go around one more time with the clusters of 3. Once I've done that, I will come back. So I'm just going to put you on pause. I'll just do this corner with you. Yeah, so we've got this space here. We go in there. We do as clusters 1, 2, 3, chain 1, back down, chain 3, 3 double crochet again, sorry. And then we're back onto the side of his work. 3 clusters. Okay, so I will pause and I'll meet you back when we're at the end. Hi, so we are back and this is how it looks so far. I've gone around with another cluster of 3 double crochets, and you can see how nice the border's beginning to look. Now you can see how the grey is popping through the rounds. Now the more you do of these and build it up, it looks even nicer, but I haven't got time. The video will be too long if I do any more rows. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to finish off, which is what I finished the border off with, is this last row of single crochet, chain 3, single crochet, chain 3, single crochet, and it'll give a lovely straight edge all the way around, which is why I use this border. I don't like to finish on these clusters because it's kind of wavy and I don't really like that effect, so I like to finish off with this row which is just popping out in between this grey. So I'm going to do the grey row around the sides. I'll start, I'll finish, and then I'll meet you there, and then you can continue to do it as you like. So I will finish off with the grey